Let's move on now. Less than a month to go for elections in Germany. The country is witnessing a deepening political divide, and at the epicenter of this rift is the far-right AfD party. The past weekend witnessed a flurry of activity in Germany. American billionaire and Trump loyalist Elon Musk addressed an AfD rally virtually. Musk spoke to supporters of the far-right party.
Frankly, too much of a focus on past guilt, and we need to move beyond that. Children should not be guilty of the sins of their parents, or even let alone their parents, their great-grandparents, maybe even.
The messaging, though quite generic, was aimed at Germany's Nazi history, with Musk prompting Germans to, quote, move on from the dark chapter. Ironically, Musk's remarks came just 2 days before International Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is commemorated every year on January 27th. That is today. It is the day that the then Soviet army liberated the Auschwitz concentrated camp. The day is also dedicated to remembering over 6 million Jews that were killed by the Nazi regime and its collaborators. The address by Elon Musk has triggered widespread backlash among people who do not support the AfD party. As the party held its campaign event, tens of thousands of people simultaneously took to the streets in Berlin to protest against the rise of the far right.
I find it all very frightening. What's going on right now and now with the election campaign, which has moved very far to the right. And yes, I stand for democracy and for openness and diversity. And I think that's what makes Germany what it is. That's why it's important to stand up and be here.
Ist das wichtig, dafür aufzustehen und da zu sein.
And according to the latest popularity poll released last week, the AfD trails behind the CDU party at 20% popularity share, led by Chancellor hopeful Friedrich Merz. Incumbent Chancellor Olaf Scholz's party, Social Democrats, comes in third with only 17% popular vote share. In June last year, the AfD finished second in Germany's European Parliament election. The party won 15.9% of the vote. However, many analysts say that the AfD will not come to power in the upcoming election, since no other party is willing to form a coalition, and AfD alone will not gain a clear majority. Trent Murray is our correspondent in Germany. He is now joining us live from Berlin. Good to see you, Trent. One would have thought that the presence of Elon Musk at the AfD party would have done some great deals for the party, but that did not work because there's some division. What is the division about?
Yeah, that's right. The world's richest man touching on some very sensitive territory, I suppose you could say, for this country, bringing up the topic of past guilt and Nazi crimes. We know Germany really does have a culture of remembrance, and what I mean by that is the school system here and really the entire culture does make a real effort to educate the crimes of the past, and particularly now, given the importance of the 80-year commemoration events taking place at Auschwitz. But nevertheless, Elon Musk used that speech at the AfD conference to say that children of Germany shouldn't feel guilty about the crimes that their parents or great-grandparents did, and went on to say that Germans should be allowed to feel proud of their culture and their values. Now, look, certainly looking at the room, you could see that his presence, I think, really put the wind in the sails of some of those AfD party faithful. There were loud rounds of applause for him. Alice Weidel, the leader there, standing on stage, a big round of applause, thanking him for his presence. But the big question is just how much all of this will help them at the ballot box. They still are doing quite well in the polls. That is certainly for sure. Alice Weidel, commenting on his presence, said, having helped the Republicans make America great again, it's now Elon Musk's help with the AfD to try and make Europe great again.
Trent Murray, good to see you. Thank you for talking to us today. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.